Into it. It is the Cho'Gath. We get the big old monstrosity, Magical.
I was worried that BLG was just memeing me and being like, we could pick this, but we're not going to. I'm so happy. Game a typical front-to-back team comp, but they have to be able to get there first.
We do see the dredge line landing beautifully on a J-Way. The flash stun. Haro is there. He's gonna get first blood, and Rogue Warriors making good on that early pressure to get first blood. Makes the play on the other side of the map as we have our first Rift Herald coming up in about 40 seconds or so.
Seems that Rogue wants to be able to set up. Oh, they're starting on bot.
Hey, we make it good on what we said earlier. J-Way gets caught, and it's Betty this time that gets the kill. Already 7.5 minutes in, 2-0 for Rogue Warriors, while top lane.
What BLG are doing is trying to see if they can keep scaling up this Jinx. Keep waiting it out. Even mid lane, you have Zika in a prime position to stay even, so they gotta make sure they're getting more
TPs. Yeah, we have the TP coming in from Biu first. No TP yet from Ziv. The engage is already there. Kai Schwan's already dead too. Meteor is the one that gets the first kill. There is a kill given over, although Haro is able to find Zika in that transition. Now he's a bit in no man's land here. Hey, he's got smooth feet. The flash comes out from Biu. They're going to chase down that kill, and Biu gets that kill with the chomp down. Going to add a little bit of health to his health bar. On the Rift. The Rift Herald was summoned up there in bot lane by Rogue Warriors. Hey, maybe a little bit, but we're going to keep going because Rogue Warriors were able to get that charged out on bot lane, get Betty some extra gold, get the second dragon of the game, which is an infernal dragon for themselves, and can set them up even more for this early game lead they've got. That shockwave onto Forge, though, is going to be big damage. Chaos Storm comes across. It's not going to be enough, though, and Forge is down. Meteor has been so good right now, is responding on the Heck Rim. See what happens, though, as that unstoppable onslaught comes into mid lane. Zika's getting real low, and Ziv's going to get that kill. The Mega Death Rocket doesn't connect the damage onto Haro, but everybody from BLG is here. We got to try to find him. This is the second time we've seen Haro a little bit on the other side of the jungle, maybe trying to find something. Although he might have baited Ziv a little bit. He's going to get the re-engage here. We'll see that damage, though, onto J-Way is too much. Kai Schwan's going to burn down. They're trying their darndest right now. A late TP. That's going to be Forge, and that immediately signals BLG to go away. And Haro comes back and immediately dies to the Cho'Gath, who's going to chomp down on that bear meat. But a big play, a big chaos here so far at 14 minutes.
That was a wild fight, and unfortunately for me, I'm having flashbacks for Rogue Warriors. This is reminding me a lot of Game 2 against Suning.
Really good right now with those call downs, but they have been, caught out a little bit here by BLG, not able to get that dragon immediately when they wanted to. That was almost an engage for both sides, Magical, but nobody is able to land it. Nobody's able to pull that trigger. Kai Schwan wants to walk straight into it. Here's the unstoppable onslaught right into the back, but nobody's going to get tagged up just yet. There's the dredge line right there. There's the damage. You see Betty in the back line, but he's all by himself. He is all by himself, and Rogue Warriors are falling to tatters right now. Ziv is all alone now in between Zika, in between Meteor. He's still a tanky member, though, but that is a big win for BLG, who were able to catch out a couple overextending members from Rogue Warriors.
Huge shutdown for BLG. I think it was Aiming who got the kill too onto Betty. Front to back team fight and waited out. A little bit too much of that overconfidence I was talking about. Now has still get themselves back into that position they were once at. Betty still is in a pretty good position to carry the team.
Oh, Betty comes in with the killer instinct. Kai Schwan's gonna get the kill on that one. As you blink once and you miss it. Zika's not on the map anymore, Magical.
Zika gone. I mean, it seems that Rogue Warriors this time around want to be able to make the play around Baron. But keep in mind, Meteor is still up. No onslaught of shadows, so it's a little bit difficult to be able to get into the pit.
They are capitalizing on this 2-item power spike by Betty. What can BLG do to fight it? It looks like it was just a bait. The death charge goes in, and immediately J-Way is gone yet again, and that just means they can turn right back onto the Baron.
I like this play from Rogue Warriors. This is them learning from the mistakes they made before, where they weren't able to properly peel off of a Baron. They got to be careful. BB essentially is their smite on the side of BLG. He wants to be able to steal that Baron, but he won't be able to get Meteor to join in with him.
Let's see if he can make his way all the way around. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a potential attempt here by BLG. The Baron's hovering right around 2K, but actually...
send members down there to compete so you then could go to the Baron.
Yeah, it's a game of tug of war, if you will.
Need to put this pressure since it's going to be the trait. I mentioned before they had to go down the dragon to be able to take it, but now Shockwave.
They've got the damage. It's the unstoppable onslaught going out, but not going to be going through yet. Actually, it's going to go out right there. There we see the damage come through. That's a ton onto Cho'Gath. BLG's almost dead. He flashes and still dies as Rogue Warrior taking advantage, fighting that front to back we said they wanted to.
Good.
And now they're starting up the Baron yet again.
Smart. There's no view. There's not an onslaught of shadows for Meteor. How do they get in the pit? They have to go into you. This is the play you have to go for. I like this. It's forcing BLG's hands.
Actually going to secure it this time around. Yet another melted.
Right, and that's what the composition for Rogue Warriors can do. With a Victor, with a Kaisa, they can melt through, especially now that you have the Blighting Jewel coming in from Forge to be able to get through any resistances that you might have, plus having Lord Dominic's regard for Betty. This is a perfect position for them. They've essentially gotten to their late game point.
They have, and they're putting up the siege here. That's a flash forward by Haro. They have that damage. The tank is getting low again. BuBu's just going to be out of the fight. How does it follow up, though? Meteor goes in with the onslaught of shadows, but has to go right back out. No, he will go to the grave as Ziv does die as well. They do trade that one, but they've got Baron buff. They've got 3 cannon minions right here, and Rogue Warriors making a huge push to put some lasting damage onto BLG's base.
That is a massive minion wave too, and we have 20 seconds until the front line comes back up from Bilibili. I wondered if they were going to try to go for at least a Nexus turret to be able to then back off of this one, spend a lot of the gold they've been able to buy.
Mid lane's going to be secured by BLG. They have a dragon coming up, and BLG do not want to give up this soul.
Not at all. They're trying to see if they can fight back. The game's not that far off if you look at the goal.
The Dragon's just going down here, Magical. They want the fight, though, so the soul is secured. Those shields coming in handy. That's immediately everything used on the Kaishuan. Kaishuan's down. Ziv flashes over the wall to get away, and BLG look a little bit lost here. They will turn around and just try to chase down Ziv, or at least try to get back through mid lane, but they get 1 kill. So a response now. They get the engage here too. Was not expecting that one. Haro wasn't either. Is aiming, gets the kill, and BLG are right back in it.
They might have lost the soul, but they get 2 picks for it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Winions in the base, taking down that Nexus turret that was not secured by Rogue.
Because of that mountain shield. Like, and that's showing a little bit of that pseudo strength that can be gained. And Rogue Warriors don't want to let off the gas, Magical. That Baron's getting real low. We got BuBu on the side. He's not there in time, as it's already stolen from aiming. They can take the fight if they want to, but they can also go out. That big damage coming in. The onslaught of shadows goes in the backline, but it doesn't get the shielding or the damage you wanted. Look at Ziv. He's tanking up this front line. He's being this major member right now. Haro on the backside, but Betty and aiming are the ones you need to look at. They need to stay alive. Killer Instinct goes in. Betty is taking house right now, but he's all alone. He's all alone, and Haro is dead. He's all by his lonesome, and Betty, even with all the gold, even with all that damage, you are only able to take a couple more members, and that will be the ace for BLG.
Aiming's rocket was the tank up damage for him when he dies into the backline, and it put yourself in a bad position.
Oh no. You got Ziv caught out here. This is not the bouncy house that you want to be a part of, Ziv. This is not. You've gone to the wrong birthday party. As he is going to die, he's going to give over some more gold. If you just look at this ADC battle that's happening right now, 9-2 on the Kaisa, but you've got a 7-1-6 Jinx right now, lighting fire under these enemies.
Nearly full build as well. Having that Lord Dominic I was talking about.
Is this just
the
BLG?
Player, they might go for the pure end. There's not that big beefy front line anymore.
They've got the Jinx too. Like they have the tools to take these towers very quickly and transition that into a fight if they want to. It looks like they're gonna back off just a little bit. They still have another minion wave coming in as they are gonna be crashing down. This has to be where Rogue Warriors wants to engage. Haro's on the back line. They do have everybody there. Killer Instinct comes in, but he gets dragged back by the gravitational field. Betty is gone. Betty is disastrously gone. He gets everything used on him. You have a little bit of defense coming out from Rogue Warriors, but he's again in a bouncy house right now. you do have BLG still on the death's door of Rogue Warriors. They're going to take down Kaishuan. They're going to take down the remaining members. And who's getting excited? It is Aiming, dropping bombs right now. This BLG comeback, this BLG victory is one for the books. I was so set and done that Rogue Warriors
goes for Jace. So this Wukong now has to kind of guess of what it's going to be into.
It's going to be that Wukong top for BuBu, a bit different from the Cho'Gath.
They can get those recalls off, and they were hoping that they could actually fight around the dragon. Not realizing it, that Rogue Warriors were already in that position to be able to capitalize on that. So once they see, hey, Killer Instinct was used to be able to clear out the minion waves, we can turn.
Developing for Rogue Warriors in the farm department, though. Destiny's call, they
nice
get
flash.
Ziv's flash immediately. So that's going to be a good call from BLG. They could go for more here. Jayway gets the double knockup, and that's already going to be Forge going down. The Onslaught of Shadows comes in to follow it up, and Rogue Warriors are running for the hills, but they are dying. That's going to be a second member falling. Kaishuan goes down. Trying to go to the top lane, trying to punish BuBu, but aren't able to, and Aiming is going to take a tower on the bot side all by his lonesome, though. Rogue Warriors trying to respond in mid lane. They do get the engagement on Jayway, forcing that flash, and they will get the tower. And they've got lane prio.
Taken very quickly, yeah. This is kind of interesting for Rogue Warriors. They needed to get it back.
They want to commit. There's the Destiny coming in as soon as he can. He's going to come into the back line here. They've got them caught, but Jayway and Meteor are very low. Zika as well. Don't know if they can follow that fight up. Rift Herald getting low, but there they go. That's going to be BuBu into the back line, as that's so much damage on the Kaishuan. Oh my God, he died in an instant. That Rift Herald is going to be secured by Meteor. BLG looking to continue taking the fight as well. Haro, the next to fall, Aiming, picking up kills. Meteor finding another one over here, forcing Ziv's flash. The Killer Instinct is going to come through, and Aiming is taking names and shooting them down right now as BLG 5-0, 18 and a half minutes in.
The kill count might not show it. This game was far closer until just now. That was perfect for BLG. BuBu saw they were all in a tight corridor.
That happened earlier, but Rogue Warriors don't want to let them get set up, don't want to let them put themselves on the back foot here. They start up the dragon. That's the Destiny in the back line. That's going to be a flank by Zika. He's got the yellow card looking for it. There's Onslaught of Shadows available. There it goes in the back line. There's the damage, and guess who's gone? It's Ziv, and BLG are still taking place in these fights. They're still pushing forward, and that will be that second Rift Herald of the game spawned up in mid lane for BLG, who do not want to let off the pressure.
Tier 1 Dragon, and
they don't stop. Oh my God, the three-man knockback by Jayway sets up the rest of the team, and they are gonna clean house. Yes, they get one kill for the side of Rogue Warriors, but it's all of a sudden 10-1, a full-on ace coming through for BLG, and they own everything.
And look at the time, look at the clock, it's Baron time, baby. But it's still, Rogue are trying to be able to fight back. They're trying to be able to stop something, get a little bit back for themselves, as Zika is just taking the base completely.
He's found him. He might get it. Oh no. That yellow card, I love the little Timo heads up, but yeah, Zika's probably just gonna die here. Ziv is gonna get a little bit of gold. BLG do lack one Baron buff member, but they still get 4 out of it.
You'll throw everything at the wall and hoping anything can stick, because they have found themselves way too far in the ditch to be able to climb out of. Hope for Rogue, you can try to get a pick, but always what's going to happen is we've seen this before from Zika. You focus Zika, they get something elsewhere, and Zika loves absorbing that pressure for the team. It is such a difficult position for Rogue Warrior to find themselves in that it was really reliant.
Clutch for them, and they have not been stopped on these sieges, and that is the biggest worry for right now. You are just getting everything taken away from you, including Ford's Vanguard's Edge. There's a tower already taken. There's an inhib being taken on the bot side. Rogue Warriors just they can't pull anything out right now.
Not just the Vanguard's Edge, it was the health bar that I was more concerned with. That just got immediately destroyed by Aiming. Keep in mind, Aiming is 7-0-2. We haven't even touched on that because so much has been happening.
Yeah, they're still sieging up. There's just nothing that Rogue Warriors have been able to find. There's the Onslaught of Shadows. They found Betty, but, you know, need to get out of there, Meteor. They're going to follow it up, though. They do find the kill on the Forge, and this has to signal the end. This has to be the Fat Lady singing as BLG are cleaning the base for Rogue Warriors here. They're making sure all the dust is off the furniture. They're making sure everything's nice and tidy for themselves. They're going to keep picking up these kills. They're going to keep slamming home this win. And Bilibili Gaming will take a 2-0 victory over Rogue Warriors and will, by this win, be able to secure themselves playoffs.
But secure that they're still within the playoff
In
reach.
the playoff fight.
They still want to be able to fight for